Well, hello. It's a nice sunny morning on the island. Trust everybody's fine. See, they had a 7.8 earthquake up in the Alaska Peninsula early this morning. No tsunami here. All morning has been taken down. But 7.8, that's a hefty one. Not sure if there's any damage. I haven't been able to check. Any damage that is in Alaska. Another short video. I'll have a couple of links in the description section, and it's interesting. You know, I follow some independent journalists and rumors here and there, and it's sort of starting to get the feel that all hell is going to break loose down in the States. And just get that sense. And of course, there's always a lag time. What happens down there is what happens in Canada. But I don't think we're all that far behind either. And it's going to be interesting. In the one link, there's a sort of a takeoff on a Patrick Henry speech, and it's pretty rough language. So I've just sent the whole link to Farmer Jones's channel. And if you get into his description, there you'll find a good link on Fauci, a good link on what the silent majority is starting to do. And you got to remember, down in parts of the States, people still have weapons. And there's a lot of people out training. And I think a lot of people are just getting, a lot of the silent majority is getting to the breaking point. You know, you just look at Portland, and I just looked at a quick link from Canadian News Channel, and this lady going, the report basically was that these peaceful Portland protests have been aggravated, have been sort of ignited by the federal forces going in and protecting federal buildings. And it's really neat how this mainstream media spins things. Really neat how they spin things. And they make it sound as if it's Gestapo Germany, these troops going in and just picking people off the streets. I have no faith in our mainstream media. If you're still waking up and going to sleep with that, you may not be aware of what's actually going on the street. You have to talk to some people who are on the street. I talked to a guy this morning. He's thinking of taking a motorcycle trip in August and wants to go down into New York. I said, why would you want to go into New York? Well, he said, there's nothing happening there. It's just beautiful. And I said, okay, New York City, you're going into New York City on a motorcycle? Again, here's a guy watching CNN, and he doesn't go on the internet. He closed that all off. He said it was too scary. And it always had him upset. But now he can watch the fabricated news. He feels comfortable. So we sort of wished him well on his trip. I said, the border might not be open. Everybody's talking about the second wave. You know, chatting to a friend of a friend whose wife is an RN, a nurse, and they're all gearing up for the second wave. And it's going to be worse than the first, sort of thing. I think it should actually call it the third wave. I think we've already had two. But anyway, I'll put those link to Farmer Jones in my description. Oh, and I've also got Strangers in Poetry has been revamped a bit. I'll put a link to that as well. And just wishing everybody a happy day. And make sure you got rice and beans at home or in a safe place. And call me a tin hat if you will, but if everything goes south down south, here's an interesting thing I can add to that. Russia has, and they have missiles that they carry in containers, like the containers you see around. And the container is modified for the top to lift up and the missile there, and it's actually a missile launcher. That could be on a truck, moved around the country at will. And rumor has it from the investigative journalists that there's several of these roaming around the U.S. right now. I haven't checked the containers here up here on the island, but hey, we have a ton of containers here. You never know. Just a rumor, but these rumors usually back themselves up with some facts. So if you're listening to Farmer Jones, I mean his video is sort of calm, but if you're listening to the link where Patrick Henry, he's taken the Patrick Henry speech into today's street language, so it's pretty rough and crude. You don't want your kids sitting there maybe, but it's worth listening to. I mean, that's giving you an idea what the silent majority is starting to feel like, and it's sort of food for some thought. Take care. Bye for now.